See, now you can watch your progress right there on the screen.
We can see people like it on Facebook and stuff.
Yes and no. The software kind of hides people's identities, so we don't know who's doing what. But
Okay.
Look at that. The safes are in the car. It's Car con Carne.
Yeah.
And in a case of perfect timing, I got my voice back yesterday. I've had laryngitis for like the past 5 days, so we can just talk and talk and talk.
Awesome.
We can go long. So the safes are here. It's Car con Carne. We're at Haymarket, one of Car con Carne's favorite destinations. And tonight's episode of Car con Carne is sponsored in full by Haymarket, making great beer for great beer drinkers. You wouldn't believe how many beers they have on tap there.
How many?
Are you guys drinkers?
Not me.
I drink a little bit.
You know, like 24, I think, on
Wow.
tap.
Wow.
Really, whatever you're into, they've got it there. The new Fest beer, now in cans. You can get a lot of their beer to go. Find Haymarket at Binny's, select Mariano's, Whole Foods, Meyer stores, or right here where we are in the West Loop, Halstead and Randolph, Haymarket Pub and Brewery. And tonight, we're going to have the Big Mick burger.
Oh, yeah.
Every Monday, they've got a burger special at Haymarket. The Big Mick is ridiculous. And the burger special is a burger, a shot, and a beer for $15.
Wow.
That's the
deal.
That's the deal of the century, the safes.
Yes, it is.
All right, so the safes are here. I've got Frankie and Patrick in the car. The new album, I'm going to hold this up for Facebook Live. Here you go.
Winning combination. That's our mom and dad on their wedding day, 1959, Halloween.
That is their mom. Okay, and when he says their mom and dad, this is a band of brothers, truly.
Yep.
The safes. How many brothers are there in the band?
4. Me and Patrick and Michael and Sean.
And how many brothers are there in some?
There's 4 total brothers, but we have 7 sisters.
So 11 kids.
Yeah.
Dear Lord, your parents were busy.
Yeah. And they were busy and did good work. That's why we called it Winning Combination.
So this whole album is about family, about growing up and being in O'Malley?
It is. It's about growing up and sharing music and passing music down, which is what happened because our dad was a musician and our mom was a music fan, and we grew up in a house with instruments, and we had 6 of our 7 sisters have kids who all learned how to play musical instruments. And
look at this picture. Hey, I'm going to hold this up. If you're just listening on the podcast, you're not seeing this on Facebook Live, just buy the vinyl so you can see this gigantic picture.
It's on the photo is on the CD too.
Okay.
And
but the vinyl's cooler.
Definitely.
I have the angle all wrong, but that's all family members.
Yeah, it's our 6 sisters. So each of our sisters have kids. The 6 that Grania, we asked our sister Grania to sing on the album. She didn't want to. She doesn't have any kids. Me and Patrick don't have any kids. The rest of the O'Malleys have kids. So we'd have, my brother Sean, his son plays drums. His daughter didn't want to play on the album. My sister Kathleen's son and daughter Austin and Caitlin each play on the same track, and then my sister Jane's son Sean sings on one song, and my sister Eileen's son is an only child too. He plays violin on a song. My sister Noreen has 3 kids. Her son Patrick, daughter Kathleen, and Bridget play violin, clarinet, and piano, and they're all on one song. With my sister Sheila's son and daughter Jacqueline and Brendan, they each play on a song. So we put everyone on. So we separated them into so that it'd be like the band of brothers with their nieces and nephews who are also brothers and sisters. Did I leave anyone out? Mary Teresa, Siobhan and Michael. My oldest sister Mary Teresa, her daughter Siobhan and son Michael play string bass and violin, and so like if I forgot anyone, I'm sorry.
Well, here's the thing. In addition to the fact that people should buy the record, buy the CD, because the music's good and because the Safes is a good band, I think they should help put money in your pocket because your holiday gift list has to be brutal.
It is.
I mean,
we're known for being the heavy spending uncles in the family, especially me. I have a reputation for giving the too many gifts guy. I'm joking, of course. No, I get my balls busted for not being good at giving gifts.
So look at this. The cover. The O'Malley's parents are on the cover of this. This is their wedding picture. From 1959. They got married on Halloween.
Yeah.
Yep.
1959. Now that said, here's the other part of the visual aid. The vinyl is a gorgeous, rich orange. I love colored vinyl.
Yeah. Limited pressing. There's only 100 of these puppies.
And it's orange to commemorate Halloween, which is when your parents got married.
Yeah.
And the album artwork is made to reflect a 1959 record release. I mean, the back cover looks like something you'd find.
Yeah, it's a Blue Note. It's a Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers 4003 is the first record that he did with Blue Note in like 20 years. And Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers was a jazz group that Art Blakey led, where he would take young musicians on, and kind of it was like a proving ground for up-and-coming jazz musicians who would then go on to become stars. A lot of like the Marcellus brothers were both in the Jazz Messengers. If you look at Art Blakey's Blue Note record from 1959, that's where we got the design for the cover of the album, and even the stamp. We used the Blue Note stamp for the vinyl.
This is just gorgeous.
Thanks, man.
Gorgeous package.
Yeah, it looked when you're borrowing artwork from Blue Note, it's bound to look really good. The family photo and my mom and dad's photo, in the picture of the stars from outer space, our friend Brendan Leakin hooked us up with a great photographer.
I need to provide a disclaimer here. We're at Haymarket.
Yes.
Haymarket, as a rule, does not provide curbside service.
Yes. Thank you.
But tonight, Haymarket does provide curbside service. Thank you. You're very nice. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Look at this.
Thank you so much.
So these are the Big Mick burgers. I want to show these off.
Wow.
Oh, this is... I don't even know how to eat these guys.
Do we just
These
tear
are
into
double
these?
burgers.
Wow.
So this is what the Big Mick looks like. I have not had a bad sandwich, burger, anything at Haymarket.
I didn't bring my bib.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem. I'm wearing a new-ish shirt.
I'm wearing a brand new T-shirt that I don't. Well, you know what? I don't care.
Good.
I'm gonna tear into this bad boy right
I'm chewing
now.
gum, so I need to cleverly dispose of it. Well, no one's looking. Hey, where'd the gum go? All right, first bite. What's the first impression?
Wow.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
You have to open your mouth really big for that, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Do they give us napkins?
No.
I might have a stash of Starbucks napkins. Hang on.
Sweet.
My glove box to the rescue. All right, here we go. For you? Starbucks napkin?
Yes.
Thank you, James.
Sure.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah,
Haymarket.
They do not mess around at Haymarket. Again, thanks to Haymarket for sponsoring this episode of Carco and Carne. Oh my gosh. All right, this is the awkward part of the podcast / video when the host has to eat this on camera and microphone. Oh my
There they
gosh.
are. Look at that.
Napkins!
And some ketchup and mustard.
Thanks a
Amazing.
million.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'd highly recommend coming to Haymarket Brewery.
Definitely.
This is delicious, you guys.
It is.
Holy cow.
I will say, if you're coming to Haymarket, be glad you have to eat inside. A little challenging in the car.
You want some ketchup and mustard, James, for your fries?
So this is kind of like their version of a Big Mac.
Yeah.
Only about 9 million times better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's the Big Mick.
It's the Big Mac. I will say, I knew I was coming here tonight. I've done a few episodes here. I was very, very modest with what I put in my stomach today. I didn't eat a lot, knowing that I'd walk out of here full and satisfied. I didn't want to ruin my appetite for this place.
I haven't eaten since Saturday because of this.
It's a good strategy.
Oh man, you don't know how it's paying off right now.
So, all the families on this record,
Yep.
what made you head in the direction of, let's make this new album, I mean, it's been 2 years since the last one, let's make this new album a family affair?
Well,
Was there a precipitating moment?
what happened was it was organic, and it happened over the span of many years. We were working on Record Heat, which came out in 2014, and Tasty Waves in 2017. We were working on these songs, which are different for the Safes. And the first few where we were incorporating our nieces and nephews, because we're like, oh, we should have violin on this, we should have, this instrument on this. It was kind of like just the creative, inspiration to add that. And then we were like, you know what we need to do? because as we would finish a recording, then a new song would pop up and be like, this would sound nice with vibraphones and violins and cellos, and then it was like, you know what?
The different instruments is what hooked me in. And that was the first thing I noticed.
Well, yeah, because we had one or two songs that were in that vein, probably around 2013, that we were done with. And then we're like, we should make a whole album like this. And slowly we wrote songs, and it was like a big block of stone that we chipped at for 5 or 6 years. And then we found 2 record labels in Spain, Action Weekend and Bickerton Records, who were really into the album and really wanted to do whatever they had to release it. And Patrick was like, if they can get us a European booking agent, we'll release it with them. And sure enough, they got us a European booking agent, and now we're on Car Con Carne with James Van Aswell eating hamburgers.
Right. It's all positive from that point on. I should
Absolutely, man.
Speaking of booking and shows, Beat Kitchen, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, is that right?
Yeah,
that's right.
Wednesday.
Our 16th annual night before Thanksgiving for the Safes here in Chicago with our friends The Difference. The Sonnets are doing a reunion with the 2000 lineup and the Marcados, a good newish Chicago band that you've played on Demo 312. But yeah, it should be awesome. We expect to see all of our family and friends on that night.
There's no room for fans.
Oh, there will be room for fans. I think some people
You
might
get the
be
O'Malley family, and there's no room. Sorry, we're sold out.
It does help, I gotta say.
Sold out before the guest list is even finished. So, you said 15 years.
16. This is the 16th annual night before Thanksgiving.
Tell me about starting out. So much has changed since the Safe started as a band.
Well, yeah, when we started, it was Sean and Michael and Patrick and I, and we were playing, 4-piece, 2 electric guitars. I mean, if you listen to Family Jewels, there are songs on it like Memory Lane or Mystery where we have Michael and Siobhan playing violin and bass, and we have the sitar and some organs and acoustic guitars in little spots, but for the most part it's just straightforward maximum rock and roll. But we hinted at this kind of thing on Family Jewels, and then again on Well Well Well, and then again on Tasty Waves, where it's like, Patrick and I can both play the piano and we both play the drums, and we can mess around with different instruments, and we have an extended family of talented people. So, it just kind of came over time that we would make an an album of, I don't know what to call it. People are calling it like chamber pop or art rock or rock.
Yeah, because I've always in my head kind of pigeonholed you as power pop.
Yeah, I mean, we've been called power pop or garage rock or punk rock or surf rock, rock and roll. We always consider ourselves a rock and roll band.
Well, and I guess to that end, when I say power pop, you're a Midwestern band.
Right.
Your sound is distinctly Midwestern.
I'd agree with that, like Cheap Trick and the Replacements and Material Issue, bands like that.
Oh, wait, the pickles on this are really good too.
They are.
God,
It's a good burger.
this is magnificent. I want to live here.
Live in this moment.
Live at Haymarket.
If food could.
All right. So the new album,
Winning Combination.
you love it.
Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad.
Happy anniversary. So what do they think? Like, did they know you were working on this, or did you
We
surprise
kind
them?
of sprung it on them. Like,
They had no idea about the artwork, right?
yeah, they didn't know. We were
They
kind
knew-
of worried about it.
They knew about the music, but they had no idea we were going to put them on the cover of the album. We were kind of worried that they might be like, take it off,
the private
don't do it,
people.
How
don't do
dare
it.
you? Yeah.
Yeah. But they were both totally cool, and they both love it, and they really love the album. I think they're proud that, like, we managed to get all 6 of our sisters' kids and Sean's son, and actually 3 of our cousins are also playing on the album, the Patrick, Mickey, and Ellen Mangan. In addition, because they play instruments that, we needed an oboe, we needed a harp, and we needed a viola, and they play them. And Patrick Mangan is a member of the Safes. He's toured with the Safes for 3 years as our bass player, and, we just played a show with him in New York. He lives in New York now, but, so
What's the secret to a functional family unit, especially one that has as deep of a bench as yours?
We did what? Successful? Did you say successful?
Successful, not professionally, but a functioning, congenial.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't know if we're any of those things. You mean, how are we still...
the same vision. No, like we grew up with the same records. We come from the same place.
Mm-hmm.
We're cut from the same cloth.
Yeah. We work... Yeah, we have a work ethic that is consistent across family members. So
Again, that's Midwestern.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
And we're tight. You know, we're a tight family. I mean, like, if you mess with one of us, look out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mess with you.
No one does. We're pretty nice people.
You are. All right, so Beat Kitchen on the 27th. 27th, right?
Yep.
Of
27th.
November, the night before Thanksgiving. Black Wednesday, they call
Actually,
it now.
I'm calling this right now. It's no longer the night before Thanksgiving. This year it's the night before my birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're going to be there? We'll guest list you, buddy.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know what I'm doing for my birthday week yet. Maybe I'll go to Florida.
That would probably be better than Chicago.
The weather.
In November, I mean.
All right, I don't know who wrote this. I don't know if this is a bad thing or not. Failed Experiment Records Reunion. What does that mean?
Oh, yeah.
Is that Mike? Oh, yeah. The Sonnets were on Failed Experiment Records, and Family Jewels, our first album, was re-released by Failed Experiment Records. Is that V that posted that?
Can't see the names.
Oh, V's our homie. We love the Sonnets.
All right, well, if that is V, thank you for chiming in on this.
And if it isn't, if it's Mike Johnson, where have you been, dude? Hope you're doing well.
All right, these are the safes, or a portion of the safes, a portion of the O'Malleys. All around good guys. I will tell you, if you're listening or watching, see this band, support this band. They are one of ours. They're a Midwestern band, a Chicago band. And I will also say, if you're in the West Loop area, oh my God, go to Haymarket.
I gotta say, man, usually you can't shut me up in an interview. I love doing interviews, but this big mix got my... I'm like sitting there like, I'm not even thinking about talking about our band or
Well, here's the thing.
collaborating.
The fries are really good too.
Yeah.
They're just the right amount of salty.
I think you figured this thing out with interviewing bands. Stuff food in their mouth and they won't jab around too much.
No, that's bad for me though.
Oh.
Like, I want to be able to just ask a question, have the guest riff for like 2 minutes. That's prime eating time for me.
Well, I mean, that'd be insulting to the food. If everybody
It would be
if everybody over there is stuffing their face while they're talking, it's hard.
Thank you guys for doing this.
Hey, thanks for having us, James.
If you're watching on Facebook, thank you for watching. If you're listening, thank you for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. This episode brought to you by Haymarket. Thank you for the food. Thank you for the sponsorship this week, guys. And I got nothing else to say. I think I'm done. That's it.
All right.
Peace. Thanks, James.
Peace. Yeah, there it is.